So I had sent you all the clip from Matrix. Yeah, we'll watch it again together right now. It's only a 2-minute clip. See that you're completely focused on your screen. You're not looking here and there. Keep your pen and book aside. If you miss it, then you will miss it completely. 2 minutes go past in a jiffy. Yeah. Then you will say, oh, let's do the explanation again. It won't happen. Yeah. So let's focus. Okay. How many of you noticed that when the spoon bent, you also bend your head? Yes, you became one with the perception of sight. Did we all notice that, or did you miss it? Yes? You all bend your head. Some of us didn't even bend our head. We imagine that we are bending our head with the spoon. Yes, this is called becoming one with the perception of sight. Perception is a mental phenomena. Yeah, I have taken the stand as the mind. So when you watch a movie and there is a heroine doing drama and crying and all, what happens to you? You project your own self there first. After projecting there, if she's crying, you perceive yourself feeling that sadness. And then you start crying. Have you all remarked this? Yes? So when you go to the movies, you have taken the stand as the mind. Yeah? Now this happens moment to moment in our daily routine also. Yeah? When I am imagining in class, Ekta said to do this and Ekta said not do that. Yes, I become Ekta in my mind. I speak like her, I think like her, I become her. Yeah? We do this moment to moment. When you start thinking that tomorrow I am going to do this, I am going to wear these clothes and go to office. In your mind, you have already worn those clothes. You've already seen how you're going to look. Are you seeing this? This is the meaning of taking a stand as the mind. You have forgotten yourself completely and you've become a thought. You've become a perception. You've become a feeling. You've become a sensation. Is this very clear? Yes. Besides that, the video was exactly applicable to this chapter. Knowledge of a spoon does not prove the spoon's existence. Yeah? Watch the Matrix. You will understand that it is nothing but Advaita Vedanta from the beginning till the end. Yeah? So it becomes very clear that I keep projecting myself and I perceive myself, and then I react to that same perception again and again and again. So now this has to be a part of your experiment. Experiment number 2. You start recognizing with your family member when I immediately switched into the perception of whatever is going on. If there is an angry situation, anger has arisen, you have become that anger. Or if there is a discussion, just a discussion of different ideas going on, you have become that thought. Yeah. So start recognizing this. We stay in the mind maximum amount of time. Yeah. We perceive ourselves as the mind for most of the time during the day. Very few times you actually feel I am the body. Yeah? Only when your stomach starts growling, you're hungry. Oh, I'm hungry. That's the moment you've come to the body. There's a recognition. When you have to use the restroom, you have a recognition, I am the body. When you are working in the kitchen and you cut your finger and sudden pain, there's a recognition, I am the body. Yeah. So recognition of the body as, or identification as I am the body, is happening very few times in the day, and most of the time I take a stand as the mind. Yeah. Now you have to explore and prove this to yourself. Yes, is this what is correct? Do I see it in my direct experience? Yeah, this is what Atmananda says. This is what Ekta says. Let me verify. Yeah. So if I become a thought, I am in the mind. If I become a perception, I am in the mind. Yeah, that's why I gave you that spoon video. Yeah, you actually started bending your head with the spoon. You became the perception. Yeah, this is just an example for you to see that you become the perception, whatever is happening. Suppose at work, you become that. Suppose on the road with neighbors, some massive discussion starts in the middle of the street with the neighbor. You become that. Yes, you take on a wrong identification and now you start reacting to that wrong identification, to the wrong perception. Yeah? So start recognizing this. If I put it in a stepwise manner for you to understand, this is how it will be. Again and again I forget I am the awareness. So that is the first step. Forgetfulness of the self. I forget that I am the awareness. I've heard in Advaita class, I have done so much exploration, I've started understanding, yes, I am the awareness, but again and again I forget it. So step 1 is ignorance, forgetfulness of the self. Because I forgot I am awareness, there is an error. Tadatma, I have explained this many times before in Yoga Vashishta, in Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, there is an identification as something else. That is the error that happens. So identification as what? As the mind or as the body, obviously. This happens moment to moment to moment during the day. Your job is to recognize whenever this happens. You forget I am the awareness and you first project yourself as I, the mind. And then you perceive yourself as the mind. So what is projecting yourself as the mind? There is a thought. Yeah, you become the thought. Suppose it is a thought of how your grandmother told you a story 20 years ago. You become that young version of you in your mind. Yeah, you become that thought. So it's projection of I as the mind. Then I perceive myself as that young 20 years ago person. Yeah, so there is perception, and then in my mind I react. I smile, I like myself like that, or I like the story my grandmother is telling about me. Yeah, so I react to that perception. That's always I, the mind, first. Yeah, let's take situations where you are projecting as I, the body. Yeah, first there is always I, the mind, and then from that the projection comes I, the body, and my stomach is growling, I'm hungry. Yeah, so this Ekta is telling you, you have to check, you have to verify in your direct experience. Does it happen like that? All of us go through growling stomachs in the day when we are hungry. Yeah, so check this. First I become the thought there is hunger, yeah, or the sensation in the stomach which is growling. You become that sensation first. That means you have projected yourself as the sensation. Projecting yourself as a sensation is nothing but projecting yourself as the mind. Yeah? And then there is perception of that sensation. Immediately you project yourself as the body which has the stomach, and the stomach is growling. And then you perceive it as my stomach is growling. And then you react to it. Oh, I have to eat now. I'm hungry. I didn't eat this morning, and blah, 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 whatever story. Yeah? So there is always projection of the mind first. In that the projection of the body happens, and after that the projection of mine. You understood here, no? My stomach. Yeah? Or my food. Mindness, Meera. Meerapan. Mindness. That is always third. Yeah? I give you a very simple example. Please apply it to different examples during the day. Yeah? Somebody in the family, suppose somebody praises you, somebody says some wonderful words about you, very intelligent. Yes, you become that thought intelligent. First you project yourself as the mind and you perceive that thought or that understanding, I am intelligent. Now there is a hidden perception also in this. Oh, someone praised me, I should feel good here. Yeah. Similar to someone criticized me, I should feel bad here, is a hidden projection and perception within all of us. Check that. Yeah. And if it is a praise, a pleasant sensation arises. If it's an insult or a criticism, an unpleasant sensation arises, and we react accordingly. Yeah. Now the drama begins actually. Now is the problem. Where it began? From your reaction to the pleasant or the reaction to the unpleasant. Now, this is where Buddha comes in. This has been given by Buddha. It is not there in Advaita Vedanta. Yeah? It is Buddha's contribution to spirituality. He called it Vedana. Vedana or sensation. We always react to the sensation that we experience within ourselves. I have only projected everything. This whole scenario, somebody praised me, somebody blamed me. I project it, I perceive it. Moment to moment, I project first the mind, then the body. Oh, he insulted me or he praised me. I only have projected. Out of that, I have a subtle projection. Somebody praised me, so I should feel good. Somebody insulted me, so I should feel bad. Recognize this. It is an inner command that you have given to yourself. And when that sensation arises, what belief or conditioning develops? I am feeling good because of this person, or I am feeling bad because of this person. So what did you actually attribute your feeling of joy or unpleasant feeling to? To an external object. Where did this feeling of joy or unpleasantness really stem from? Where did it come from? From my own projection and perception of projection. It did not come from the external object. Yes, do you see how every scripture tells you the same thing? It doesn't matter whether you hail from Hinduism or from Christianity or the Jewish religion, or you come from Islam. Everywhere across the board, same thing has been told by all, that the joy does not lie in an external object or situation or thing. Joy lies within. Yes. Similarly, that not so good feeling that you got does not come from the external object or person or situation. It has been created from within. And within means where? How did I create it? By my own projection, perception of my projection, and then reaction to the perception. Yes, but I always miss this point. I never realize that it has come from within. I always say, oh, last time this object gave me joy, so today it will give me joy again. What happens? Does it give me joy again today? No, because I'm not projecting the story exactly in the same way I projected the last time. Do you see it? No two projections remain the same. Everything is just a play of my own mind. It's got nothing to do with the external person. Poor thing gets blamed for everything. Poor thing gets praised for giving me joy when they are not responsible only. Yes. So here I have combined, please be aware, Advaita and Buddha together. Yes. And now because of my wrong understanding that this person or this thing gave me joy last time, I start craving for him or her or for that particular object, and I want that object, and I create drama when I don't get it. My expectation keeps increasing and it always remains unfulfilled. And that is where the entire root cause of my suffering lies.